How's it going, everybody? I've got some more magic for you today with a Naya Legends deck. Um, if any of you have been watching my videos for a while, you may know that I did a Naya Legends deck during Bloomborough with the release of things like Hugs, Grizzly Guardian, and Mora Trash Tactician. So this is a deck that is very heavily, let's say, inspired by that deck. A lot of the things are the same. We've got Annie joins up, Hugs, Mora, we've got Roxanne and Itali. All of these things are really synergistic, very, very fun. But then we have new additions, things that came out in the Final Fantasy set, such as Serapharian, Joshua Phoenix Dominant. We've got Sirach's new, but not from this set. It came out in the Tarkir Dragonstorm. We've got Vinat, Heart of Hadalon. So I wanted to try those out. Do have Animus Might in here. I had Sunfalls and considered using Day of Judgment. You'll see some of that kind of stuff in the sideboard, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, we've got Rest in Peace, Get Lost, Destroy Evil, Paw Patch Formation, Torch the Tower. We got Lightning Helix so that you can run a full playset if you need to, as well as the Torch the Tower if you need a full playset of those. I do have Brotherhoods in. In my Bloomborough version, I had Brotherhoods and a few Sunfalls in a main board. I decided to opt against that in this. We also do have one more Beza so that you could run it as a 3 of if you want to. Now, there are a lot of things that you can do here to mix things up. This is a slower version, which is why I'm kind of heavier on the early game removal. Because with most of these cards, you're not going to have any plays until turn 3. Ideally, you would run the Trash Tactician or Serapharian out on turn 3 to kind of help you ramp into your future options. We could also run things like Llanowar Elves and things like that, but I really wanted to stick to the legendary creatures. Animus Might's really nice because it is a 1-drop if you're using it on a legendary creature, and every creature in this deck is legendary, so I really wanted to play off of that. Hugs is really fun too. Even if you only have 1 or 2 mana, if you can manage to get this out on the battlefield after playing Annie Joins Up, then it will exile double the number of cards that you pay for. Not to mention, it lets you get out 2 land per turn, so it can really easily accelerate you into things like a tally, or just kind of help you get that land out faster so that you can really dominate. We do have some changes to the land as well. Got a couple Copperline Gorge, Battlefield Forge, Inspiring Vantage, Lush Portico, Razor Grain, or Razor Verge Thicket. I got a couple of Clive's Lookout in here, since it plays off of legendary creatures as well, and that's what we're really playing here. Plaza of Heroes, and then I included Starting Towns. Starting Town is a fantastic card for when you're playing 3-color decks, which this is, so I really wanted to include that in this. That's pretty much the entire deck. Your real goal here is obviously just to get out legendary creatures, get multiple triggers to happen. If things of yours get targeted when you have Sirach out on the field, you can potentially be drawing 2 cards. You could potentially be getting 2 cards whenever you cast a legendary spell from Vinat. You can even, use this to get an indestructible god creature and start putting 1/1 counters on your creatures. So lots of really fun new things I wanted to try here. I have been playing with this deck for about a day or so. Not a lot of time to practice with it yet, but it has been a lot of fun. You could mix this up even more. Like I said, since these are all legendary creatures, you're really not de-incentivized to run them only as like 2-ofs or 3-ofs as max. You could drop the Joshua down, you could drop the Roxanne down, the Itali down, but in my opinion, your big hitters, your key targets for getting Annie Joins Up to really trigger is going to be Joshua Transformed, because it's a saga, so it's going to have lots of abilities to double, which is really nice. Roxanne to get double the meteorite tokens, really ramp you up quickly, and then Itali to get double triggers of off the top of yours and your opponent's library. And then I just had a win with this where I got the poison counters. Annie Joins Up gives you double poison triggers. So despite a tally being blocked, they ended up getting multiple poison triggers, and then it happened twice, which actually killed them, which they didn't plan for. So that was really fantastic, because it was a pretty difficult match against a Reanimator deck. My opponent had Valgavoth out on the field, but chose not to use it as one of the blockers. And this thing trampled over with poison triggers while I had Serapherian out on the battlefield, so it was even stronger because it was transformed as Crystallized Serra, so it got +2/+2, forcing enough poison through for me to win with the double triggers. So lots of really fun interaction here. This actually gets really interesting. Hopefully we can get a good couple of games. I'm going to go ahead and get into matches. We're going to be playing best of one. I'm going to go for 3 wins like I normally do. We'll see how that turns out. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and thank you for joining me. 3 starting towns is pretty rough, but it does mean we're going to have land that enters untapped and gives us any color that we want, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep it and try it. Our opponent does get to go first, which is disappointing as usual. Looks like it's going to be an Azorius artifact deck primarily. Could be something different, but that's almost exactly what I'm expecting with this to start. Let's go starting town. So far, I'm not really being given any reason to believe anything different from what I said. We do have a Lightning Helix available now. Collector's Vault trigger is not too bad for us. Now, this could be an Esper deck. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we were looking at Esper with Noctis. I did just make one of those decks, so it could be something similar to that. But seeing that 11/11 is pretty unusual. And I don't see any black yet. Alright, so let's get our last starting town down and get Trash Tactician going. We're going to take a little bit of damage here, but that's fine. That is the pain we must endure to play a 3-color deck. See what our opponent's doing. They could also be playing some form of a Ugin deck, which wouldn't surprise me at all either. Let's go with green here. Get this down. I think I'm going to go ahead and play Roxanne. I'm going to go here and go for an attack, because why not? We're almost definitely going to be going for Annie Joins Up on the next turn, so that we can start getting double triggers. Let's see if they've got an Ugin ready yet or anything like that. They're up to 6 mana, I guess, but they could play a land. Chamil. That's really surprising to see. I'm playing in Standard, and these cards are not things you would see usually. It's really crazy. Burnished Heart. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play Burnished Heart intentionally. Let's go ahead and just go green again. We are going to go with Annie Joins Up. Go ahead and get rid of the Jailer. And then how I am feeling is let's go ahead and get Joshua down. And I think I really only want to get rid of the other Annie Joins Up. Okay, that gave me an Atali, which we can get rid of because we have 2. There's a Serra, which is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and attack in. We can go ahead and kill the Heart and hit our opponent for 2. Now our land situation is perfect and we can get Atali out if we want, or we can transform Joshua for some major triggers. Or we could use Hugs to get some pretty nice draw too. So we've got a Hedron Archive from our opponent. I think I want to go with the Tally to really get something explosive going here. Our opponent has some big things, and I would love to capitalize on that if we can. So now we get 2 land. Let's go red-green. Start off with a Clive's Hideaway. I think I'm just going to go with a land. Let's get Itali going. get our double triggers on everything that we possibly can here. This is where the fun begins. Let's get a Beza and a Jailer. Double Beza triggers. Got another Atali. Solemn Simulacrum. Nothing super crazy, I will say that. Let's go find a basic land just to ramp that out a little bit, why not? We can get Sarah out on the battlefield now. And it looks like we can even get Hugs with a little bit of fun, too. So let's go ahead and do it from here if we're going to. Looks like I can do it for 2 and 2, so 2. So we're going to get 4 exiles. So Plaza enters untapped, and we can get that going. We can transform our Sarah, which will give all of our creatures +2/+2, and then attack in with what we have available here, including 2 more triggers from Roxanne. We didn't get any of our super fun, or any of our opponent's super fun stuff from the looks of this, but we are attacking in for something pretty significant here. Looks like he's going to try and use the candy trails to mitigate the damage as much as possible. We do still have Torch the Tower available. Our opponent went ahead and gave up here. That was actually a very fun game one. It showcased really how crazy this deck can be. We didn't get to do too many super awesome things. We did get to use Joshua and cycle through some cards, which was helpful. We did get to use... I really think Trash Tactician and Hugs are MVPs of this deck, if you haven't noticed. We didn't get to use Venat, but Sarah actually made a huge difference here. You can already see we have 11 damage here. And then, yeah, so 15 damage coming in. They only managed to get up to 12, and it looks like they didn't have any answers in hand. Not to mention our entire board state after these attacked was going to be in crazy. I'll go ahead and get into a game 2, but I think that was a fantastic game 1 for showcasing this deck. Alright, let's see what we have here. We do have some 3-drops. So I'll go ahead and give this a try. Unfortunately, our opponent is going first, and it looks like they could be trying to ramp. Fortunately, we did get a Torch. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Elf. Okay, so this is almost definitely a Roots deck. Those are very, very popular right now. Dragon Sniper, so our opponent's got the Death Touch advantage. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Sirach, I think. Very good option. Means if they target it with anything, we at least get a card back. Gonna blow up that Ooze for sure. And probably the Haywire might too, I suppose. Hard to say. So if we go Clive's Hideaway, do I want to use multiple removal is the real question here. I think we just need 1 at the moment. Let's see if we can get Roxanne to come out. I don't know about it. This is exactly what I want here. I'm gonna go ahead, get rid of the Hugs and the Thicket, I think. That's pretty okay. And then we're gonna go here to just get rid of the Ooze. get us a card draw, which is actually totally fine. Serapharin's a good pull. Got rid of our Joshua, surprisingly. I'm going to go ahead and just block the Haywire Might. And go here, get Sarah down. Let's get rid of the Osteomancer because it's a 2-power creature. Another Scavenging Ooze, which can start getting some value here. I'm going to go ahead and block the Osteomancer because I'm tired of seeing it, and we have a backup Sirach. Going to use the Annie here. Get rid of the Ooze. Get down another Sirach. No good plays from our opponent. I'm honestly just going to take the 2 for now. We have a Tally, which is fantastic. Let's see what fun toys we get. I'm just going to use this to blow up one of these stupid things. And then what do we have here? Roxanne to get rid of the other one is fantastic. I don't mind a cash grab. Don't mind a Joshua either. Okay, got a good second win. Again, you can really see Tally being a driving force of this deck. Roxanne as well. So Roxanne was going to let us blow up this last Dragon Sniper. We were going to get to tack in with the Sirach. We were going to transform the Sarah, and I think I was going to get a Joshua back to hand, probably. Even though we don't get a lot of value from the discard, we would still potentially be able to discard this card and whatever we drew. And then transforming it on the next turn was going to regain us life and ping our opponent, which was going to be fantastic. So yeah, really good options there. I'm pretty overall happy with how things played out. And then we were also going to have Clive's Hideaway as an option too. So really nice game 2. Let's see if we can get a good game 3. Alright, we do get to go first, which is nice. Land looks fine. We don't have as many early plays as I would like, but we do at least have the Lightning Helix, so I'll give it a try. Would love, love, love to get one of these Annie Joins up down. Obviously, we'll be starting with Lush Portico. It's a land off the top that's an untapped land, so I'll keep it. Looks like we're playing up against Reanimator, probably. We have our Helix online now. So we can get rid of fear of missing out or anything else he might play. Duress is fine. We've still got we've got 2 Annies, so if he gets rid of one, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to hold on to my Helix for a potential removal that we may need. Roxanne's really nice. Now if we can get one more actionable land, we can go for that turn 5. Alright, now we just need an untapped land so that we can get our Roxanne going. We did not get it, so we're just going to be sitting here twiddling our thumbs till we get what we need. I actually don't know what our opponent's playing because he hasn't put anything in the graveyard. Okay, there's the land we needed. We can get Roxanne now, and that'll get us a Tally going forward because we have 7 mana now. Really slow start, both from us and our opponent. If they're playing a Reanimator deck, they like slow rolled it super hard for some reason. I obviously don't have anything that deals with graveyards, so maybe he just didn't have any Zombify? I mean, I would expect him to go for Valgavoth now. Yeah, okay. That's fine, though. I'm not really concerned by that. Let's go ahead, get a tally going. We have one spare land, so depending on what we get out, we could really easily actually kill the Valgavoth also. Baze is fine. I don't think I'm going to discard anything for the Tursa. No triggers from the Beza, unfortunately. Duress is good. So what do we have here? Let's just get rid of the other Zombify. I'm going to use Animist Might and go Tally for Valgavoth. All he has to do is kill our Atali now, and this is for naught. So I probably should have gotten rid of the Bitter Triumph. Now I get to draw 2 cards. And I have absolutely no reason to pay the ward now. We do have another Atali, though they're going to definitely be playing ours. Yep. Got to torch the tower from me, which is pretty useless. Fear of missing out from him. Can use Animist Might on one of our creatures, which is pretty disappointing. Torch doesn't do anything, though. Yeah, I should have gotten rid of the Bitter Triumph with the Duress for sure. That was a big mistake on my part. Another Atali. He shouldn't have used the Torch the Tower, because it couldn't kill anything of mine, and all it really did was get me 2 more cards. Same thing with the Animist Might. Like, he can kill one thing with the Animist Might, but then I'm gonna draw 2 more cards. Yep, there's 2 more. He can now get my Sirach if he wants it. He did get a lot of life from that. Somehow I didn't get another Animist Might, which is really disappointing. Battlefield Forge enters untapped. Let's go with another Atali. Got Serapharin and Fear of Missing Out. I am just going to drop a land here, I suppose. Yeah, I got to be careful about what I'm actually putting out there. And then an Abrade and a Lightning Helix. So let's go Lightning Helix here first. Abrade here. 3 damage to that. And then I've got one more Lightning Helix that I could go with, but it doesn't really help me do anything here, so I'll probably just hold it. We can transform Sarah, which is actually helpful, because that means my Atali on the opponent's side isn't as useful. Okay, see what the opponent's gonna do. Probably attack with a Tally. Not a Tally, I'm sorry. Valgavoth. No surprise there. Go ahead. I don't really want to go with the Lightning Helix because it's just pointless. Because they'll be able to use it like they are there. That was their card, so they don't get it back, though. Zombify from our opponent's pretty pointless, too. Would love to see them tap out enough to where I could... Well, no, because they just pay life for my... So that's not helpful. My turn. So let's start here and go... I don't care. Let's just go land. Let's go Animus Might. We're going here to here. If he kills it, I'm going to really be disappointed. Let's go ahead and go here, here, and here. Finally gets rid of that. Now what do we want to do? We've got lots of options here. Can I transform a Joshua? Because that would be pretty great. Submit 0 here. Can I transform it? No. Can I do this and keep up 2 mana? Yes. So we'll do that. I should have played it first, though. And then I'll pass. He could play out an Natali on his side, which is fine. Obviously, we want to avoid him getting any more Valgavoth. Flying would be problematic. Decided to keep my Tally, see what he gets off the top with his. And he joins up, and a Braid together could kill something. I don't have any artifacts, so he'll have to do damage with a Braid. I'd certainly rather he not kill my Trash Panda, because at this point I need it. Looks like that is what he is going for, which is disappointing. But as long as we can keep Josh, we can still life gain. And I do have Helix still. Another Overlord. We'll see if he bothers with any attacks. I wouldn't. Atraxa would be pretty good for him to get out now, in my opinion. Went for the Atali. I just don't think that's the right choice. Okay, I'm just going to hit him in the face because I need to heal. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and go here. Transform Josh to get some more health. And pass, because we need to buy more time. He's going to probably go for another Atali. I'm going to need to transform my Atali for sure, so that's probably in the near future for me. He does have my Annie joins up now, which means he's going to get double Atali triggers, which is annoying. Resolve all. I do need to make sure and keep track of my lands just in case he tries to get rid of something of mine. Harvester doesn't really do anything. Sarah's not super helpful for him either. Yeah, he just killed it, in fact. What does he get now? Looks like he's getting my Roxanne and a Valgavoth's Faithful, which isn't useful for him at the moment, at least. Gonna double ping something. Yeah, that's... What? Excuse me. It's not happening. I don't know why it didn't let me do the first one, but we're going to keep him alive for sure. We need him. Okay. Things have got to start happening now. Battlefield Forge, transform a tally. Am I missing something? I guess I don't have the land. So let's pay life, unfortunately. Attack here. We'll see what he blocks with. He's got to do pretty significant blocks on my tally if he doesn't want to die to the poison. So that's 5. Another 4. And Roxanne. I'm also attacking in the air with flying and lifelink, which matters. He's only getting 2 poison, but I did just clear his board. Of course, now he's going to use the Valgavoth's Faithful to most likely get Valgavoth back. I've still got good blocks for the Atali if he tries to attack in with that. Now I can play my own Atali as well because I have transformed the other one. If he can transform and attack in, I might actually be in danger. Which I think he probably can, actually. That's crazy. Because he has my Annie joins up, so he could poison me out if he goes for it, but I don't think he's gonna. No, he's going for the Valgavoth. That is... Or no, he's going for Atali again. That's crazy. It's the wrong play, too, by the way. Like, he could have just killed me if he transformed. Animus might... Can't kill my Atali. Could kill my Joshua. Kills my Beza, which is fine. Fear of missing out, which I'm not worried about at all. He does have 2 more Atali triggers. Throws a Valgavoth in the graveyard once again. Gets a Zombify, so he is going to get a Valgavoth now. Oh, this match has been crazy. It's been long, too. 2 more triggers, but that's only going to do 4 damage, so it's fine. There's Valgavoth once again. And then now he has Atraxa as well. This match is crazy. So let's see what comes from our opponent. He is on 13 cards. I'm on 19, so we've gone through the vast majorities of our deck. He still has 3 mana available. You can see, obviously, he should have kept the Atali that didn't have Summoning Sickness, because he also could have attacked me for some more damage now. Three damage coming in. Alright. Let us see what we can do here, I suppose. Target any number of creature cards with total mana value 6 or less. So what do we want? Let's go with Beza, because that's going to be important. And then what else? Gosh. Let's get Trash Tactician as well. And Sirach, I suppose. I guess I can get rid of these. Probably shouldn't have, I just forgot about that. So we'll go ahead and pass here. We get Beza triggers now, which heals me. Go with this. Obviously I want a tally. Gains me more life. Double a tally triggers. Hugs and Torch is fine, I guess. Let's go ahead and get rid of Roxanne. I don't want a Lush Portico. Hugs can come down and that's fine. Two more tally triggers. Sarah's fine, I suppose. Okay, we finally won, and it's because we went through our opponent's entire deck. They weren't going to be able to draw next, finally, and we were going to be able to attack him with a lot. So that was a crazy match. All of these matches were crazy. This deck's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend trying it out. It is slow. It doesn't go up against really aggressive matchups. I probably wouldn't recommend going on, like, ranked with it. But playing around with it and having some fun is definitely an option, and you can work around with it a little bit more to try and get it workable for ranked or faster decks if you play in. I would either lean into a more controlling matchup, maybe add in a couple of Day of Judgment and some more early, like Torch the Towers, things like that removal, maybe some Get Losts. Or you can try and ramp your creatures out faster if you went with like some Llanowar Elves and stuff like that, but they don't really synergize with the deck extremely well, but they can make it faster. So ramp is an option. You could do some like Llanowar Elves, Fenrir, things like that are definitely an option as well. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end off here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This should be a longer video. These were really long matches and pretty interesting, so thank you for joining me, and hopefully you liked it.